consumer? Are you aware of your responsibilities? Be aware, be a responsible consumer. Republic Act Number 7394, otherwise known as the Consumer Act of the Philippines, declares that it is the policy of the state to protect the interests of the consumer, protect his general welfare, and establish standards of conduct for business and industry. The state shall implement measures to achieve the following objectives: protection against hazards to health and safety, protection against deceptive, unfair, and unconscionable sales act and practices, provision of information and education to facilitate sound choice and the proper exercise of rights by the consumer, provision of adequate rights and means of redress, and lastly, involvement of consumer representatives in the formulation of social and economic policies. Know your rights as a consumer. There are 8 basic consumer rights, and these are the right to basic needs, the right to safety, the right to information, the right to choose, the right to representation, the right to redress, the right to consumer education, and the right to a healthy environment. The first consumer right is the right to basic needs, which guarantees survival, adequate food, clothing, shelter, healthcare, education, and sanitation. The second consumer right is the right to safety, which is the right to be protected against the marketing of goods or the provision of services that are hazardous to health and life. The third consumer right is the right to information, which is the right to be protected against dishonest or misleading advertising or labeling, and the right to be given the facts and information needed to make an informed choice. The fourth consumer right is the right to choose, which is the right to choose products at competitive prices with an assurance of satisfactory quality. The fifth consumer right is the right to representation, which is the right to express consumer interests in the making and execution of government policies. Number 6 is the right to redress, which is the right to be compensated for misrepresentation, shoddy goods, or unsatisfactory services. Is the right to consumer education, which is the right to acquire the knowledge and skills necessary to be an informed customer. The eighth consumer right is the right to a healthy environment, which is the right to live and work in an environment which is neither threatening nor dangerous and which permits a life of dignity and well-being. Know your responsibilities as a consumer. There are 5 consumer responsibilities, and these are critical awareness, action, social concern, healthy environment, and solidarity. Critical awareness, the responsibility to be more alert and questioning about the use of and the price and quality of goods and services we use. Action, the responsibility to assert ourselves and act to ensure that we get a fair deal. Remember that as long as we remain passive consumers, we will continue to be exploited. Social concern, the responsibility to be aware of the impact of our consumption on other citizens, especially the poor, exploited, disadvantaged, or powerless groups, whether in the local, national, or international community. Environment awareness or healthy environment, the responsibility to understand the environmental consequences of our consumption. Solidarity, the responsibility to organize together as consumers to develop the strength and influence to promote and protect our interests. What are the government agencies charged with consumer protection programs? They are Bureau of Internal Revenue, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Animal Industry, Bureau of Fish and Aquatic Resources, Bureau of Plant Industry, Fertilizer and Pesticide Authority, Philippine Fisheries Development Authority, National Food Authority, Sugar Regulatory Administration, National Meat Inspection Services, Philippine Coconut Authority, Department of Education, Department of Energy, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Forest Management Bureau, Protected Areas and Wildlife Bureau, Department of Finance, Securities and Exchange Commission, Bureau of Customs, Department of Health, Food and Drug Administration, Department of the Interior and Local Government, Department of Justice, Public Attorney's Office, Department of Trade and Industry, Department of Transportation and Communication, Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, Civil Aeronautics Board, Energy Regulatory Commission, Housing and Land Use Regulatory Board, Insurance Commission, Local Water Utilities Administration, Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, Metropolitan Waterways and Sewerage System, National Telecommunications Commission, and cities and municipalities local government units. Those are the things that you need to know to become a wise, well-informed, and an empowered consumer. Thank you so much for watching this video. I surely do hope that you have learned a lot. Please don't forget to hit like button and follow me on my social media accounts. Also, please don't forget to visit and subscribe my YouTube channel for more informative videos. This is Belsa Irene Alusilio of Bitaled 3HE, hoping you have a great day. Thank you!